the story was sometimes you have to rip the Band-Aid off. And when we looked for the future going into an unprecedented free agency, were we going to be able to continue to keep Dejanay here? Were we going to be able to, like, what were we building and how were we building it? And when Vegas approached us about a first round pick, and at the time they were 500. At the time they were 500. And I loved Nalissa Smith, and she, was doing some really nice things for us and really, really easy to work with. But I thought it was a win-win. And sometimes, trades don't happen in our league because one GM or the other wants to win the trade. Where, I think the best trades are win-win. Like trading Chelsea Gray for Jonquel Jones, win-win for both LA and Connecticut back in the day. Those are the trades I loved, and I looked at it as a win-win. We were getting another young first-round asset, and they added Nalissa Smith, who certainly contributed to their championship run. So I think win-win for both of us, but not easy decisions. And then the other caveat is I leaned on Paige. I leaned on Paige, and, as we were building this, one of the things that she showed incredible maturity about was the desire to talk about our future. And we would talk about roster construction. We would talk about trades. We're talking about free agency, talking about draft, partnering with Paige and Enrique and some of your stars have been really important. And through my career, sometimes stars, have trouble separating friendships and, trouble separating, people that they like, but maybe in the moves. So I've had some fun conversations through lots of these moves and lots of moves that weren't made behind the scenes with Paige. Some of these players that are rumored to be on the trading block around the league. And I would go to Paige and be like, what you think? And knowing, that she would have an opinion. And I was surprised because I know there's connections with her with some people. And she's like, no, don't you dare give up a first round draft pick. Don't you dare. And so when your star player is, telling you don't give up a first round draft pick or acquire more picks or, has great mature conversations as a rookie already, fun deal.
Absolutely. And what you